education. Getting smarter, getting sharper, getting more creative. It's not just about college, but that's where we'll start here. Young men without college degrees are being hit the hardest, especially in today's uncertain economic times. Men are less likely to finish their education, which could limit their opportunities and earning potential. Here's some stats for you regarding college enrollments. Back in 1970, back in my day, 60% of college attendees were men, 40% were women. Today is the exact opposite, the adverse. 40% are men and 60% are women. Women are going to school way more than men now. And what happens is women are getting degrees, they're getting more money, and they're basically saying, I don't want to date some schmo out here that isn't on my level. I want a man on my level. I kind of understand that's kind of the laws of nature. Women do not want to date down. They want to date someone on their level or above. This is the essence of hypergamy. Continuing, just because you start college doesn't mean that you're going to finish college. Shout out to all my dropouts out there like Kanye. College graduates, 59% of men have graduated. Now, women are, and this is going higher, 65% of women graduate. And according to Professor Scott Galloway, who we referenced earlier, in the next 5 years, for every one male grad, there'll be 2 female grads.
Wow.
So women are winning in the college education standpoint. But that doesn't mean you can't win, though, gentlemen. You got to kind of think outside the box. Maybe college isn't for you, right? So with that being said, with fewer men graduating college, it leads to less economic prosperity. That is, in general. We'll talk about money in a second, but college graduates tend to earn way more over their lifetime. The stats show that over your lifetime, over the course of your lifetime, a college degree versus a high school degree, we'll show those stats a little bit, men will earn $900,000 to $1 million more. Just that's the difference between a high school graduate and a college graduate.
Go to school, gentlemen.
Go to school. But you might say, hey, listen, Sos, college ain't for me, bro.
Yeah.
I want to start a business. I want to go to technical school. I want to go to trade school. I want to do an internship. I want to do apprenticeship. It's all good. The most important thing is that you're working on your skills and you're working on your skill set. Because as they say, Nat, the skills pay the bills.
Oh, I love that.
Okay?
Skills pay the bills.
But if you're saying, all right, I don't even want to go to college. I don't want to go to an apprenticeship, trade school. I just want to get to work. I want to be an entrepreneur. If you're an entrepreneur, plug right here, you got to go to conferences and you got to go to networking events.
Yes.
We do something 5 times a year here. We do the Vault every year in September. We do the business planning workshop. We do the SLS.
That's coming up,
we do
by the way.
meetups, September, I believe. So if you're in Miami, people go to 10X, people go to Tony Robbins events. This is transcendent into people's life. Just because you graduated high school doesn't mean your education stops. Just because you graduated college doesn't mean your learning stops. You need to be continually learning.
Yes.
The world is going so fast these days. Now with the advent of AI, artificial intelligence, technology, it's like if you're not keeping up,
you're
going to be left behind.
Yep.
Okay?
So true.
You're cruising for a bruising. So get your mind right, get your education right, and their income will come from there. Now let's talk about number 3, which is on the list, problems facing young men, income and unemployment. Here's some stats for you. We all know the job market these days is super competitive. Layoffs are happening left and right. We covered this on the PBD podcast earlier today. Macroeconomy. Microsoft laid off this, Facebook laid off this company's laying off, this company's downsizing. Walmart is expected to, 63% of their workforce is going to be AI driven in the next 5 years. It's like, holy crap. Unemployment is a real thing. And if your skills can't pay the bills, you're going to be homeless.
Wow.
Nat's friend over there, that's over there with the mental health issues.
Oh, yeah.
Callback from earlier. So this is probably the most obvious statement ever, but I feel the need to say it. But a stable job, stable employment equals financial security and having money.
Oh, thank
God. So keep your job.
Yeah.
You know, we talk about this all the time. Pat says this all the time. I think most companies should fire the bottom 10% of their workforce every year. Fired, boom. You're a teacher, you ain't cutting it, fired. You're at a job, you're at a construction site, boom, fired. You're a production company, you're not fired. And that you weed out the people who are not thriving. Yeah. And that's something to be said there. So here's some unemployment stats for you. There's 2.75 unemployed women as of the filming of this show, but there's 3.72 million unemployed men. So almost 1 million more unemployed men today in America. Go get you a job, homie.
Quickly.
Okay. All right. So you have a job. You may start to make some money. That's always a good start. You obviously got to save that money. You can invest that money. Here are some money stats for you. So we have some stats from Capital One that breaks down income by age and also by education. So let's pull this up.
Yeah.
So if you're not where you want to be income-wise today, life is long. People say, but life is short. Life is long. People are living longer as ever. You take care of your health and your wealth, you can live to 80, 90, 100, no problem.
Right.
22-year-olds, 25-year-olds. I say this all the time. If you're 20, you're going to be 25. If you're 25, you're going to be 30. If you're 30, you're going to be 40. Life is long. Play the long game. Here's the median annual earnings by age. So obviously, if you're a teenager, you're not making that much money. But if you enter the workforce, you're starting off at $15 an hour. That's $30,000 a year. Okay, you're like, life sucks. I want to make more money. Cool, that will happen in due time. By the time you're 21 to 24, you'll be on average, we're making $35,000 a year. And the list goes up and up and up and up for men.
Right.
Okay, so by the time you're 30, now you're making $50,000. By the time you're 40, you're making 60. By the time you're 50, which between 40 and 50 is your highest peak earning years in terms of median annual income, you're peaking out at 60, 61 grand. And then as you go closer to retirement, it tends to go down from there. But that is just average, median. You say, Sos,
Yeah.
I'm above average here, baby. I don't listen to the Soscast, some average mother, okay?
Above
I want to make that
average.
money. Scroll down here a little bit, and you want to educate yourself. Here are some breakdowns on how much you can make annually by your education level. So no high school diploma. This is where the lowest is, $34,000 a year, okay? No high school diploma, dropout, Kanye vibes. High school diploma, you're making $43,000 a year, okay? Now you got some college, and you're making close to $50,000 a year, 48 to be exact. Bachelor's degree, you're making $72,000. You have an advanced degree, a master's, now you're making $90,000. So the more that you educate yourself, the longer that you work, the money will come. One of my favorite movies of all times is Field of Dreams. If you build it, he will come, was the famous phrase of that movie.
Right.
If you build yourself up, you build your education up, the money will come. Shout out to Kevin Costner right there. So if you like that clip, click right here to watch another, or if you want to watch the entire Soscast, click right here.